Mortal Kombat is my favorite video game franchise. From the first time that I saw the original Mortal Kombat game in the arcades, having already been a Street Fighter II fan, seeing this majestic, mysterious fighting game with digitized actors, ninjas fighting with Shaolin monks, and then all of a sudden, the end of the match happens and it's not a simple KO. There is an ominous voice that says, "Finish him." The screen goes black and Sub-Zero rips Johnny Cage's head right off his shoulders, showing his head with a dangling spine with the words "Fatality" following up. It blew my mind as a young kid. I was born in '84. When did Mortal Kombat 1 come out? '92? So I was 8 years old, 9 years old, something like that. And I was in love with Mortal Kombat ever since then. Now, keep in mind, this is the early 90s. Yeah, the internet had just come out recently, but I didn't have a computer. None of my friends had computers. We didn't know this was coming whatsoever, just like I didn't know about Mortal Kombat 2 coming. I would see that randomly in an arcade while on a field trip during school, and it blew my mind that you can play as the secret character Reptile from the first game. Shang Tsung is no longer the old man. He's not the final boss. He's a younger, playable character that can morph into the other characters. And forget it, let's not even talk about the home console ports. I wanted Mortal Kombat so bad on the Super Nintendo, and I begged my parents to get it for me. My dad finally came home with it one day, and I was so disappointed to see the lack of blood, not knowing how to do the fatalities. I used to get a list from somebody from school, and it would say to do the fatality was you block. And I'm like, where's the U button on this controller? I didn't even realize it was up. Anyway, always loved Mortal Kombat, and I loved Platinum Trophy hunting. Around the time when I started Platinum Trophy hunting, Mortal Kombat 9 was coming out. So I decided I was going to get the Platinum from Mortal Kombat, and first I had to double back and get the Platinum Trophy for Mortal Kombat vs. the DC Universe. So this game, there's like a love-hate relationship with it. It's the first next-gen Mortal Kombat that came out for PS3. Being a long-time Mortal Kombat fan, I love the arcade era. I tolerated MK4. I liked Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero for what it was. It was still digitized. Controls were clunky. And I loved Shaolin monks. But the PS2 3D era, it was a hard time to be a fan. You had Deadly Alliance, Deception. I liked how Armageddon had every single character, but I hated the 3D arena thing. I hated the copying the other fighters. Mortal Kombat vs. DC was still on a 3D plane, but I felt like the fighting mechanics, the fighting system had gotten a lot better, and it was fun to play Mortal Kombat, again, on the next gen. Now, this was a very difficult Platinum Trophy. As you can see, it is only 0.2% of the players have earned it. I got it back on March 8th, 2011. Now, this is like one of the only games that I was playing this game before I ever connected my PlayStation online. So some trophies don't even have stamps. And then you can see some of them are from much earlier, June of 2010, when I was just playing this casually. The hardest thing about this Platinum Trophy were these combo challenges. Some of them were bugged. I remember working on a Joker combo string, and I only completed it by doing it wrong. And it popped, and I was so happy. I was so happy any time one of these trophies popped because they were so difficult to complete. Let's see if there's any 0.2% on any individual combo challenge. It looks like most of them are the 0.3%. Raiden, I don't even remember being that tough. Shang Tsung, I do kind of remember that one being a difficult combo challenge. But most of them in that 0.3 or 0.4 percentage. This game would introduce the NetherRealm story mode, which set the bar for fighting game story modes moving forward. The game really gets a lot of hate because the lack of fatalities, the heroic brutality. And what's kind of funny about that is I find myself playing Mortal Kombat X, 11, and 1, feeling like the fatalities they've gone too far with that, man. It's uneasy to watch these fatalities, and that might be an unpopular take, but I feel like they went too far with the fatalities in the newer games. And this one, you couldn't really rip off Superman's head, so they had to do heroic brutalities for the DC heroes, and then the fatalities were very tame for the Mortal Kombat characters. Now, this is an unobtainable Platinum Trophy right now. If you have not gotten any of the online trophies, get a flawless victory online, playing 100 matches, win a chat room match, they no longer have the servers available for Mortal Kombat vs. DC. So if you don't have those, you'll never be able to get the Platinum. And we may not see anyone else ever get this platinum trophy unless, like I said, they had already unlocked those multiplayer trophies. So like I said, Mortal Kombat 9 was on its way, and I gotta be honest, this is my favorite game outside of the original 3 arcade era. They went back to a 2D plane. I'll never forget, I was working at my job at the power company when the E3 trailer dropped, and I can see that it was back to a 2D plane, all the characters that we know and love. Essentially, this is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with a little hint of Mortal Kombat 4. 3D models, 2D plane. Thank God Street Fighter 4 came out and let Mortal Kombat know that this can be successful in the new age. Wow, this is an even more rare trophy. Only 0.1% of the players earn. Man, I was so good at fighting games. Like, the fighting game trophies were never really difficult for me, especially the ranked matches. But I do have some advice. If anybody wants to go for platinum trophies on a fighting game that has online ranked matches as a trophy, my advice is try to do that first, man. If you wait until everybody gets good, it's going to be harder and harder to get those. But I remember a friend of mine that I used to boost trophies with hit me up to log into his account to knock out the ranked trophy, and I did it for him just for fun. This was a game I could random select a character and win ranked matches, straight up. The crazy thing about this platinum trophy, which was so unfair, the devs, they were kind of messed up for this trophy. Let me see if I can find it. You had to gain mastery of every single character, and allow me to explain what mastery is. Here it is. This is the platinum killer right here. Mastery of each player. Basically, you had to get like 50 fatalities, 50 babalities. You had to do, 50 x-rays. First of all, the x-ray mechanic was amazing that they introduced in this game. But you had to have played with each character for 24 hours. Now, there was a trick to do this where you could have 2 characters in a match, leave the game on overnight, come back in the morning, finish the match, and they would both gain like 8 hours. So that's 2 characters, but again, you had to do 24 hours for each character. It was unreal. How many fighters are in this game? Like freaking 30 fighters? That was an insane, unfair trophy, but your boy got it, and I got that platinum for my favorite Mortal Kombat game that has a platinum trophy attached. Quick shout out to Injustice, NetherRealm, with them come out of left field with an amazing DC Comics fighter redeeming Mortal Kombat versus DC. Slightly different mechanics, but it felt very NetherRealm. I did grab the platinum on this, which I think might be my most rare platinum. All I can say, to get this platinum, Doomsday, baby. Doomsday was my main. Crazy combo strings with mix-ups that you didn't know if he was going to go high or low. I think this one is done as well as far as the online multiplayer. But they have a Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition that had a separate trophy list attached. I started working on it, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this all over again. So that one sits there at 21%. But Mortal Kombat X would come next. I was super excited for this because how much I loved Mortal Kombat 9. And I hate to say it, I was let down with Mortal Kombat X. I didn't like where they went with the story. I wanted them to really follow up the Shinnok thread that they left with MK9, but whatever they did at MKX, I wasn't a fan of. I wasn't a fan of the jump to the future, the combat kids. Apparently, this is a hard platinum. Another one at 0.1%. But I don't even remember what was the difficulty here. I know you had to grind out like faction kills, which was no big deal. Living towers, I don't remember that being tough. Win a single tower challenge. Send a tower challenge to a friend. Reach level 50 in all factions. I don't remember if there were 3 or 4 factions. Maybe it was a little bit grindy, but I don't really remember that being a pain point. Yeah, become a member of every... I guess people just didn't deal with the faction system, which I vaguely even remember it. Reach a personal level of 65 in XP. So it seems like if you didn't get this platinum, you didn't want to do the grind. Win 5 complete classic King of the Hill matches. Again, I did this. This was fun. The ranked stuff was never a problem for me. Earn 1,000 respect points. You probably could have boosted it. I probably got it naturally just kicking ass in the damn King of the Hill or whatever that was. Win 1 tower battle. Win 5. Why is nobody getting the towers? Why was that a pain point? Reach a 10 complete game win streak in rank matches. Again, it's the rank trophies that people have trouble with. 200 matches online. No big deal. Knockout. Perform a 10-hit combo with every character. Don't know why that's hard. See, master, win a single complete match. All right, so, I mean, I guess you get the idea with MKX. And then we would get Mortal Kombat 11. Quick shout out to the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. You know I had to get the 100% for that. Unfortunately, no platinum trophy attached. Now, I say Mortal Kombat 11 came next. I mean, in the Mortal Kombat timeline it did, but of course, Injustice 2 came out. I didn't really try to get the platinum on that, and apparently it's super difficult to obtain, 0.1% again. And I think my boy Cinderkin is stuck on this like Catwoman move that he needs to find in a drop, but the drop will never come. Makes me less interested in trying to go back and get Injustice 2. But Mortal Kombat 11, I gotta be honest, I don't really remember Mortal Kombat 11 that much. And what's funny is it's the most recent game besides the current one. 0.4% of the players obtain this, which means it was a little bit easier to get. I know a lot of people don't like Mortal Kombat 11. I remember it looking beautiful. I remember I just mained Scorpion and I just did everything with Scorpion. But I don't really remember much of this. There's no video clips of this one either. I guess because that didn't come out till a little bit later. But let's see, what were the difficult trophies here that are preventing people from the platinum? 1.1% total disrespect, defeat an opponent as Bug Vora. I think that's just a move that she does, and maybe it's like a Dark Phoenix MVC3 type of thing, where she turns into that if she's down to a certain amount of health. Play 25 AI battle simulator sets. I don't even remember that. You know, MK11 brought the time travel, the Chronica stuff, the Garrus character. I don't really remember much of MK11. It's weird. I live stream a lot of this stuff, man. Playing it on Twitch and on YouTube with you guys. Another Devora fatality. Complete 250 towers. Complete Novice Warrior or Champion Classic towers with 10 different characters. So I guess not a lot of people wanted to grind that. 100 respect points on King of the Hill. Just go in there and start whooping ass. Complete all strategy tutorials. Nobody wanted to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I have such a blank with MK11. All right, but that brings us to Mortal Kombat 1, the most recent Mortal Kombat. There was rumors, were we going to get Injustice 3? Were we going to get MK12? The pattern of Injustice, Mortal Kombat made us think we were going to get Injustice 3. And people don't really talk about this a lot. I feel like reading between the lines from like Ed Boon tweets and things of that nature that they wanted to do Injustice 3 and that DC was being difficult to work with in this kind of ending COVID or post-COVID era. And a lot of people speculate that Mortal Kombat 1 was really supposed to be Injustice 3, and potentially that's even what the whole cameo system is all about. And my whole thing is like, I really wanted to love this game. I mean, it looks beautiful. They're bringing in a lot of characters, specifically a lot of 3D PS2 era characters. But I'm not good with the cameo system. I'm not really good at MVC2 game, or MVC2 specifically. I'm not good at Marvel vs. Capcom games. My brain can't wrap around doing a combo, bringing in a cameo with a certain style move to get a certain result. I don't know. My mind just can't wrap around it. More people got this platinum than MK11 though, and I remember being not stuck, but basically needing one more trophy left, and they hadn't even put it in the game yet for a month. That was super frustrating, because if you look at my first trophy here, let's say it was, what, September 15th, 2023, and then here's the platinum with video. So you had to beat a Titan boss, and nobody even knew what a Titan boss was. This is in the invasion mode, and they eventually added him in there. I think it was maybe even this Baraka Titan character, so I beat him to get a trophy that popped the platinum. Let me see where that is. It should be from October 27th. Yeah, you can see everything else is from like mid to end September. Then here's a Titan battle that's the same screen, because that's how it shows you on the replay. It's going to just show the Mighty Have Fallen pop, but then that popped the platinum. This one I also just mained Scorpion, and I just used Sector as a cameo because I wanted a nice pop-up to keep the combos going and to put him in the air. Let me see, what other low percentage trophies are there here that are preventing people from this platinum? Unlock 10 tower endings. Watch the credits, only 8.8%. Y'all ain't watching the credits, man? Not even once? Complete Mastery with 5 cameo characters. That was killer, too. The Mastery? Bringing it back to MK9 days, I think you had to get X amount of brutalities, X amount of fatalities. You had to gain mastery on only 5 cameos. At least they didn't do all the cameos. But I want to say you had to complete mastery with all the main characters, or maybe it was 10 main characters. Story mode, they always break that into 2. Was the mastery only with cameos? I don't even know. But that is my Mortal Kombat Platinum Trophy collection. It's kind of funny how they progressively got easier. That MK9 mastery of all characters was insane. But I'm looking forward to whatever they come out with next. It's still my favorite gaming franchise, even though they have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. I didn't like the last 3 games. I think MK9 was the last game that I really was in love with, but I still have love for the arcade games. Fond memories of Mortal Kombat. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay minty fresh. Peace.